This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. Let me go and open one notepad. Now in today's session, we'll go and discuss about the functions in Power Apps, guys. So in today's class, we'll go and discuss about what? We'll go and discuss about the functions. Now, what are the different types of functions we'll have in the Power Apps? And what's the functionality of them? And how to work with the different types of functions? We'll go and discuss now. First of all, let me go and keep here. We have the different types of functions. Have the different types of functions. Now, what are the different types of functions we'll have in the Power Apps is? The first one is text functions, and the second one is number functions. Third one is date and time functions. Date and time functions. And the fourth one is statistical functions. And the fourth one is statistical functions. And the fifth one is navigation functions. And the fifth one is navigation functions. These are the different types of functions we'll have in the Power Apps, guys. So we'll discuss one by one. What are the different types of text functions we'll have? And what are the different types of number functions is there? What is meant by date and time functions? What is meant by statistical functions? And next, we'll go and discuss about what is meant by navigation functions. So we'll go and discuss about different types of functions in the Power Apps now in today's session, guys. Now, first let me go and discuss about the text functions. So whatever the functions we are going to discuss now, all these are self-explanatory options, guys. It is one word answers, one word functions. So all these are self-explanatory. Let me go and discuss one by one. So what are the different types of text functions we'll have? Let me go and copy. There are different types of text functions will be there, guys. Just to copy them. Let me go to the functions here. Just to copy these functions. Let me copy this statistical functions. Fine. Now let me go to the go and copy some text functions here, guys. Now these are the different types of text functions is there. Just copy and paste it here. Now try to understand, guys, what are the different types of text functions is there in the Power Apps. So in this, under the text functions, the first one is len. Now what is the functionality of this len is? It is used to get the length of the string. Whenever if you want to find out the length of the string, then in this case, we'll go and use this len function, guys. So when to go and use this function is, let's say there is one employee named Sunil. So there is one employee name here called Sunil, guys. This is one string. Now I want to find out the length of this string. I want to find out the length of the string. Length of the string means how many characters the name contains. Now see how many characters the employee name contains here. Here the employee name contains 5 characters, guys. So finding the number of characters the name contains is called as uh, finding the length of the string is. Whenever if you want to find out the length of the string, then in this case we'll go and use which function? len function. And next one is lower. Now what's the functionality of this lower function is? It is used to convert the uppercase letters to lowercase. Whenever if you want to go and convert the uppercase letters to lowercase, in this case go and use the lower function case. That means let's say I'm having the employee name in the lowercase. I'm having the employee name in the lowercase. I want to convert that employee name into uppercase case. So like this, if you have the employee names in the lowercase, if you want to convert them into uppercase, you can go and use this. Sorry, this lower function is nothing but if the employee names is in the uppercase, if the employee name is in the uppercase, then we are able to convert into what? lowercase. So lower is the function which is used to convert the uppercase letters to lowercase case. If you have the employee names in the uppercase, if you want to convert them into lowercase, then go and use what? Lower function. And next one is what? Upper. Now what's the functionality of this upper is? It is used to convert the lowercase letters to uppercase. That means if you have the employee names in the lowercase, then if you want to convert them into uppercase, then if you want to convert them into uppercase, then go and use the function called upper. Upper function is used to convert the lowercase letters to what? Uppercase. And next, left function case. Now what is the functionality of this left is? It is used to get the first n characters from a string. So if there is one string, let's say I'm having one string here, Sunil is the employee name, this is one string is. So from this string I want to find out the first n characters. First n characters means from the starting of the string I want to find out the three characters case. If you want to find out the first n characters, n means whatever the number it is, either you want to find out the first two characters, three characters, four characters, five, whatever it is. So here my requirement here is from this employee name or from this string I want to find out the first three characters. Now what are the first three characters in this employee name? Sun. So like this, whenever if you want to go and find out the first n characters from a string, then we can go and use which function? Left function. And next one is right case. Now what is the functionality of this right function is? It is used to get the last n characters from a string. Let's say there is one string, Sunil is the string. Now from this string, from this employee name, I want to find out the last three characters case. Now what are the last three characters in this employee name? The last three characters in the employee name is NIL. So whenever if you want to find out the first n characters, go and use the left function. Whenever if you want to find out the last n characters, go and use the right function. And next, the next one is mid. Now what is the functionality of this mid is? It is used to get the group of characters within the string. Let's say I'm having one string here. So from this string, I want to find out the group of characters case. So whenever if you want to find out the group of characters within the string, go and use this mid function. So what's my requirement here is from this string, I want to find out the group of characters case. Now what are the group of characters I want to find out from here is starting from the second position, I want to find out the three characters case. What is the second position? U. From U, how many characters I want to find out? Three characters. So what is the output I want to get here? Starting from the second position, I want to find out the three characters case. So what is the second character? U. From U, how many characters I'm finding? Three. So these are the group of characters within this string. Within this string, these are the group of characters I'm getting in the output. So to find out the group of characters within the string, go and use which function? Mid. And next one is proper. Now what's the functionality of this proper is? It is used to capitalize the first letter of each word in the text case. Let's say when to go and use this is I'm having one employee name. Let's say Sunil Kumar. So this is the employee name I'm having is. Now this is in this is one string, this is another string. Sunil is one string, Kumar is one string. Now in this, the employee name, each and every string first character is small. Now I want to capitalize the first letter in the word. So Sunil is one word. In this I want to keep the first letter as capital. Kumar is one word. In this I want to keep the first letter as capital. So what's my requirement here is I want to go and capitalize the first letter of each word in the text. So this is the input. Now what is the output I'm expecting here is each and every word first letter I want to keep it as what? Capital. Now see, in the input I'm having the first letter in the word must is small, but in the output what's the first letter in the word? It is a capital letter. So like this, whenever if you want to capitalize each word within the text, then in this case go and use the proper. And next one is substitute. Now what is the functionality of this substitute is? It is used to replace the characters. It is used to replace the characters of a string based on the matching characters case. Let me go and give an example. When to go and use the substitute means basically substitute is used to replace the characters within the string. Let's say I'm having one employee name Sunil Kumar. I'm having one employee name Sunil Kumar case. Now what is my requirement here is from this this is the employee name. In this employee name, wherever the Sunil is there, in place of Sunil I want to replace with Arun. In place of Sunil I want to replace with what? Arun. So I want to substitute the values. In place of Sunil I want to substitute what? Arun. So I'm substituting the values, or I'm substituting the string based on what? Based on the string again. So what is the output I want to get here is, I want to get the, in place of Sunil I want to replace with Arun. So I want to get the output as what? Arun Kumar. In place of Sunil I want to get the output as what? Arun Kumar. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to substitute the values. So it is used to replace the characters of a string based on what? Matching characters. So where in the string, within the string, wherever the name is, wherever the character is matching with Sunil, wherever the characters are matching with Sunil, I want to replace with what? Arun. So whenever if you want to replace the characters within the string with another characters, then go and use what? Substitute. So next one is replace. Now both substitute and replace both are same guys. So what is this replace means? It is also used to replace the characters of a string based on the starting position and length. Here I want to replace the characters of a string based on what? Starting position and length. But previously in the substitute, it is also used to replace the characters of a string, but based on what? Matching characters. So when to go and use this replace means, I'm having the same employee name Sunil. I'm having the same employee name Sunil Kumar. Now this is one string. Now in this string, now what is my requirement here is, I want to substitute the values, or I want to replace the characters based on the starting position and length. So what is my requirement here is, starting from the first position, 5 characters I want to replace with Arun. So what's my requirement? Starting from the first position, 5 characters I want to replace with what? Arun. So what is the output I'm expecting here? So starting position is what? Yes. From yes, 5 characters I want to replace. I want to replace with what? Not 5. I want to replace 4 characters. Yes. Or let me keep 4 characters. Not 4, not 5. Let me keep it as 4. I want to replace only 4. Or let me do one thing. Let me replace 5 guys. Let's say I want to keep the output as what? Arun Kumar. Arun Kumar. So what I'm doing here? Here also I'm replacing the data, but based on what? From which position you want to replace and how many characters you want to replace. Starting from the first position, 5 characters I want to replace with what? Arun. So like this, both substitute and replace are used to uh, replace the data only, replace the characters only case. But substitute is used to replace the characters based on what? Based on the matching characters. But replace is used to substitute the characters of a string based on what? Position and length. So this is what both substitute and replace, both are used to replace the characters of a string. And next one is concatenate. Now what is this concatenate means? It is used to combine, the two text values into a single text value case. Let's say I'm having the two text values here, or a two string values. Sunil is one string, or Kumar is one string. So I want to combine these two into a single string case. So what is the output I want to get here is, I want to get the output as Sunil Kumar. So this is one separate string. This is one string. I want to combine these two into a single string. So whenever if I want to combine the two text values or string values into a single string, then go and use what? Concatenate. And next one is trim. Now what's the functionality of this trim is? It is used to remove all the spaces from the text except single space between the words. Let's say I'm having one something here, some text is there. Sunil Kumar is the trainer. So this is one text. Now if you see, between Sunil Kumar and his, I'm having some multiple spaces. Here also I'm having the multiple spaces. Here also I'm having the multiple spaces. So what is my requirement here is, I want to remove the multiple spaces between the two words, and I want to keep only one space. So what is the output I'm expecting here is, I want to get the output as Sunil Kumar is the trainer. Now what is doing here? I'm going to remove the spaces between the words. I'm going to remove all the spaces. I'm keeping how many spaces? Only one space. So when to go and use the trim, it is used to remove all the spaces from a text except a single space between the words. This is what the functionality of trim. And next one is trim ends. Now what's the functionality of this trim ends is, it is used to remove all the spaces from the starting and ending of the text. Whenever if you want to remove the spaces between starting of the text and ending of the text, starting and ending, if you have any spaces, if you want to remove them, then you can go and use the trim ends case. This trim ends doesn't remove the spaces between the two words. If you want to remove the spaces between the two words, you need to go and use what? Trim. So let's say I'm starting from here. I'm keeping some spaces between case. From the starting itself. So from here I'm starting. I'm keeping some spaces in the starting. Next I'm keeping here Sunil Kumar is a trainer. Next after the trainer also I'm keeping some multiple spaces. Now what this trim will do, or let me do on what this trim will do, or trimends will do, whatever the spaces is there between the in front of the string or after the strings or a text, it will remove the spaces. So between the words, if you have any spaces, it doesn't remove. If you want to remove the spaces between the words, you need to go and use what? Trim. Trim is used to remove the spaces between the two words, and trimends is used to remove the spaces between and after the text. So this is what the trim and the trimends case. So these are the different types of text functions we are having. All these are self-explanatory options. Just try to understand what is what. Now let me go and open the Power Apps and let me show you how to go and work with this text functions. Let me go and open the Power Apps now. Let me go and open the Power Apps. So already I'm creating an app to work with the functions. So let me go and open it. So as I said that all these are self-explanatory options. It's easy to understand. Let me open an app. Already I'm having an app here with functions. Now here guys, this is the app name, functions. In this all day I'm having some multiple screens. So first we'll go and discuss about what functions, text functions. So in this, to work with the text functions, I'm adding some controls here guys. In this, so first I'm keeping one of the control here called text label to keep the employee name. Next, this is the input control guys. This is one input control, and this is also one another input control. So what is this input control means? If you go to the insert tab, here there is something called another control called input control. What is the use of this input text control is? It is used to enter the data. Whenever if you want to enter some data, then go and use the input, that is text input control. So these are the two input controls I'm using to enter the data. Whatever the data I'm going to enter here in these two input controls, based on that, I need to go and work with these functions. So the first one is what? len. I said that len is used for what? To find out the length of the string. Let's say uh, let me go and keep here. Let me go and keep here the go to this input text control. Let me go and enter one of the employee name guys. Go to the text property. Go to the text or we need to play it, right? Fine. Let me go and play. Let me enter one of the employee name here guys. Sunil is the employee name. Okay, when I enter the employee name, now here I'm entering some data. Now how many characters the name contains, I want to find out. So I want to find out the length. So go to this. So I'm going to use one function here called what? len. So I want to find out the length for which employee name. For this employee name I want to find the length. So go and copy the name of this control. Select this control, copy the name of this control, copy the name, and go to this len. I want to find out the length for whatever the value I'm keeping there in the above text. For this I want to go and find out the length. Now see what is the length of this value. How many characters the name contains? 5 characters. Sunil contains 5 characters. And next one is lower. Now what's my requirement here is, let's say I'm going to enter the employee name in the uppercase. I want to convert into which case? Lowercase. So let me go and keep here. The function I'm going to use it here is lower. Now text input txt dot text. So whatever the value I'm going to enter here, I want to convert that value into lowercase. Now just play the app. Now I'm going to enter the values in the uppercase case. I'm going to enter the values in which case? Uppercase. When I enter the values in the uppercase, now it is converting into which case? Lowercase. So I said that lower function is what? It is used to convert the uppercase letters to lowercase. And next upper. Now what's the functionality of this upper? It is used to convert the lowercase letters to which case? Uppercase. Let me go and show you how to convert the lowercase letters to uppercase. Go to this. Go to the select this control. Go to the text property. On the text property, go and use what function here? Upper. So upper. So what I want to keep here, guys, whatever the values I'm going to into the text input control. Now let me go and play it. Now see, here I'm going to enter the input value as what? I'm going to enter the employee name in the lower case, but I'm going to convert into which case? Uppercase. So if I want to convert the lowercase letters to uppercase, go and use which function? Upper. And next one is left. I said that what is the functionality of this left function? It is used to get the first n characters. Let's say this is the employee name I'm having Sunil. From this employee name, I want to find out the first three characters. What's the first three characters? SUN. Now how to get this? You need to go and use which function? Left function. Go to this, go to this. Now go and use the function called what? Left. Now it is asking us to pass the text. What is the text? What is the text we need to pass? So whatever the value I'm going to enter into the text input control. TXT. Now keep comma. Next it is asking us number of characters to extract. How many characters I want to extract from the left side? 3 characters. When I keep here, now see when I play, so this is the input I'm passing from this employee name. How many characters I'm getting the output? First 3 characters. Not only 3, either you can get the first 2, first 1, first 4, first 5, first 6, whatever the number it is. Whenever if you want to find out the first n characters, go and use which function? Left function. In the same way, I want to find out the last n characters. To find out the last n characters, go and use which function? Right function. So go to this. I'm going to use the function here called what? Right. So I'm going to use the right function. I want to find out the values from the right side. From from which string? From the employee name Sunil. From the employee name Sunil. So I want to find out what now? I want to find out the last n characters. Pass the text. Keep comma. The number of characters you want to extract from the last. Let's say from the last I want to find out the 3 characters. Now see, this is the employee name I'm entering. Sunil. Now in the Sunil, what are the last 3 characters? NIL. To find out the first 10 characters, go and use the left. To find out the last 10 characters, go and use what? Right. And next one is mid. Now what's the functionality of this mid case? I said that it is used to get the group of characters within the string. Let's say I'm having the employee name as what? I'm having the employee name as what? Sunil. Now from this Sunil, starting from the second position, I want to find out the 3 characters. What is second position? U. Starting from second position, I want to find out how many characters? 3. UNI. So these are the group of characters within this string. Now to find out the group of characters within the string, you need to go and use what? Mid. So let me go and use the function here called mid. Mid. Now it is asking us to pass the text, guys. What's the text? Text input dot, not this one, txt dot text. Next keep comma. It is asking us to pass what? Starting position, where to extract. From which character I want to find out? Starting from the second position, keep comma. How many characters I want to find out? 3 characters. Okay, close it. Now see, I'm entering the employee name as Sunil. I'm entering the employee name as Sunil. From this string, I want to find out the group of characters. Go and use the mid. Now what I'm finding here? Starting from the second position, 3 characters I'm finding. What's the second position? U. From the second position, how many characters I'm finding? 3 characters. So like this, whenever if you want to go and find out the group of characters within the string, then go and use which function? Mid. And next one is proper. Now what's the functionality of this proper? It is used to capitalize the each word of a text. Let's say, uh, let me go and keep here. I'm going to enter the employee name here, guys. I'm going to enter the employee name in which case here? All I am keeping in the lowercase. Now what's my requirement here is each and every word I want to keep the first letter as capital. Each and every word I want to keep the first letter as what? Capital. So let me go and keep this. Go to the proper. I'm going to use the proper function here. Proper, it is asking us to pass the text input dot txt is asking us to pass the text. Now see, the input is what, guys? All the values, all the characters in the string is small, but in the output I'm getting what? From each and every word, the first letter is what? Capital. So like this, whenever if you want to capitalize the each word, first character as capital, then you need to go and use what? Proper. And next one is substitute. What is the functionality of the substitute? It is used to replace the number of characters of a string based on what I want to replace the characters, based on the matching characters. Let's say, now what's my requirement here is, this is the employee name I'm entering, Sunil Kumar. Now wherever the string or wherever the characters is matching with Sunil, I want to replace the Sunil with what? Arun. In place of Sunil, I want to replace with what? Arun. So wherever the wherever the character is matching, if the string is matching with Sunil, then I want to go and replace with Arun. So let me go to the substitute case. Go to the substitute. I'm going to use the function called substitute function. Now in this substitute function, first is asking us to pass the text. What's the text I'm passing? Text input dot txt. Now keep comma. It is asking us to pass the old text. Which text you want to replace? I want to replace the Sunil. I want to replace the Sunil. Now keep comma. Next is asking us to pass what? New text. In place of Sunil, what you want to keep? Arun. Simple. Wherever the Sunil is there in this string, wherever the Sunil is there, in place of Sunil, I want to replace with what? Arun. Now just save it and then play. Now let me go and enter the data. Sunil Kumar is the input I'm passing. In this string, wherever the string is matching with Sunil, in place of Sunil, I'm keeping what? Arun. So here I'm going to substitute the data, or I'm going to replace the characters of a string based on what? Matching characters. So in this string, wherever the Sunil is matching, in place of Sunil, I want to replace with what? Arun. So next one is replace. Replace is also same. Replace is also used to replace the characters of a string, but based on what? Starting position and length. Now same requirement, guys, but here previously, if the name is equals to Sunil, if anywhere in the string, anywhere it is matching with Sunil, I want to replace with Arun. But now what's my requirement here is, starting from the first position, 5 characters I want to replace with Arun. Starting from first character, 5 characters I want to replace with what? Arun. So let me go and write the syntax. Go and use the replace function. Replace. Now it is asking us to pass the text here, guys. What is the text? Text input dot txt. Now keep comma. It is asking us to pass the starting number. From which position you want to replace? Starting from the first character. Now keep comma. How many characters you want to replace? Starting from the first character, I want to replace 5 characters. Now keep comma. Now what you want to replace? Starting from the first character, 5 characters you want to replace with what? I want to replace with Arun. Now see, same here also. Replace is same, substitute is same. Substitute I'm replacing the characters based on the matching characters. But here replace is also used to replace the data based on what? Starting position and length. So both are used to replace the data only. Next one is what? Concatenate. What is the use of this concatenate? I said that concatenate is used to combine the 2 text values, or 2 string values into a single string value. Let us say I'm going to enter some data here. Here in this control, I'm going to keep the name as Sunil, and in this control, I'm going to keep the name as Kumar. This is different. This is different control. This is different control. I want to combine these two into a single control. So this is different value. This is a different value. I want to combine these two as a single value. So go to the concatenate. Go to the concatenate. Use the concatenate function. Now it is asking us to pass the text. What's the text? Text input dot txt. Now keep comma. Next, what is another text is asking? I want to keep some space here, guys. Between the two, Sunil and Kumar, I want to keep some space, and then keep comma. Next is asking pass the another text. What's the text you want to concatenate? This value. So go to this, copy the name. Now go to this, keep it here. Dot txt. Dot txt. Just close it. And now see what I'm doing here. This is one different control. This is another different control. This is a separate string. This is a separate string. I'm combining these two string values into a single string or not? Yes. So if I want to combine the two different values, that is two text values or a string values into a single string, then go and use what? Concatenate. And next one is what? Trim. I said that what's the functionality of the trim? It is used to remove all the spaces from a text except a single space between the words. Let's say, uh, let me go and keep here. Let me remove this, or let me keep it. Let me keep it like this. Let me go to the Sunil case. Uh, I'm going to keep here what means Sunil, and then I'm going to keep some multiple spaces here. Multiple spaces. And then I'm keeping what? Kumar. Now between Sunil and Kumar, there is some multiple spaces is there. Between the two words, I'm having the multiple spaces. Now I want to remove those spaces between the two words. Now if I want to remove the spaces between the two words, go and use what? Trim. Let me go and use the trim. Trim. Now what is the text? Text input txt txt dot text. Now see, the input I'm entering here is multiple spaces there between the Sunil and Kumar. But in the output, it is removing all the spaces and keeping how many spaces? Only one space. And next, trim ends. I said that trim ends is used for what? It is used to remove all the spaces from the starting and ending of the string. Let's say I'm going to keep the same value here. So first starting, I'm keeping some spaces. Try to observe this. Starting, I'm keeping some spaces. Next, I'm keeping here Sunil, and then I'm keeping some spaces between this. Once after Sunil, I'm keeping some spaces. Next, I'm keeping here Kumar. After Kumar, also I'm keeping some spaces. Now, I want to remove the spaces between, not between. I want to remove the spaces in the front and end. Before and after the string, I want to remove the spaces. So, if I want to go and remove the spaces between before and after the string, go and use what? Trimends. Let me go and use the trimends. So let me go and pass here what? Text input dot txt. Now see, it is removing the spaces before and after the string. So before the Sunil, there are multiple spaces there. It is removing. After the Kumar also, it is removing the spaces. But between the spaces, it doesn't remove. If I want to remove the spaces between, you need to go and use what? Trim. So these are the different types of functions are available, guys. So these are the different types of text functions are available. These are different types of text functions. And next, we need to go and discuss about what? Number functions. Now we'll have the different types of number functions are available. Now what the different types of number functions are available is, just go and copy from here, guys. Just copy them. Copy and then paste it here. So next we are going to discuss about what here is. We'll go and discuss about the number functions. Now here also we'll have the different types of number functions are available, guys. Now what are the different types of number functions are available is, the first one is ABS. Now what is the functionality of this ABS? It is used to convert the negative values to positive values. If I pass the input as -10, now what the ABS will do, it is going to convert into positive value +10. So whenever if you want to convert the negative values to positive values, then go and use what? ABS. And next one is mode. Now what is this mode is? It is used to get the remainder as an output. Whenever if you want to get the remainder as an output, then go and use the mode. Remainder means what, guys? Let's say if I divided 10 with 3, if I divided 10 with 3, now what's the remainder I will get? 3 3s are 9. Now what's the remainder? 1. This one is called as remainder, already you know. So whenever if you want to get the remainder as an output, then go and use which function? Mode. And next one is power. It is used to get the power value of a number, guys. Let's say what is the value for 2 to the power 4? 16 is the value for 2 to the power 4. 2 plus not 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. To get the power values, go and use the function called what? Power. Next one is square root. So it is used to get the square root of a number. Now what is the square root of 64? 8. 8 is the square root of 64. To get the square root of any value, go and use the square root function. And next one is round function, guys. What is the function of this round is? It is used to round the number of decimals after the decimal point. Let's say if you perform some calculations, if I divide uh, 10 with 3, now how many times it is divisible? 3 ones are, 3 threes are. Now how many times the 3 will repeat now after the decimal point? N number of times it will repeat. Now I don't want to keep all the decimals after the decimal point. I want to round the number of decimals after the decimal. So let's say I want to keep only 2 decimals, guys. So like this, whenever if you want to round the number of decimals after the decimal point, you can go and use which function? Round function. So let's say I'm keeping one value here, guys. 12.324. So after the decimal, how many values is there? 4 values, 3 values is there. But I don't want to keep the 3 values. I want to keep only one value after the decimal point. So you can go and use which function now? Round function. After the decimal, I want to keep how many decimals here? Only one decimal. Like this, if you want to keep one decimal, two decimals, three decimals, four decimals, it is up to you. So whenever if you want to go and round the number of decimals after the decimal point, go and use the round function. And next one is round down. Now what's the functionality of this round down is? It is used to round down to the number of decimals to the nearest integer, guys. What it will do, it is round down to the number of decimals to the nearest integer. Let's say if I pass the input as 3.6, so after the decimal point, what's the value? 6. Basically, after the decimal point, if the value is greater than or equals to 5, we need to promote to the next number. Basically, we need to promote to the next number. So what is the next number? Actually, we need to get 3.7. But what this round down will do? So it is going to round down to the nearest integer. So it doesn't promote to the next number. It will take the nearest integer to what? 3. So this is what the functionality of round. It is used to round down the number of decimals to the nearest integer. And next one is round up. Opposite to the round down is round up. So it is used to round up the number of decimals to the nearest integer. So if you have the input value as 3.12, now what it will do? Round up. What's the round up? Round up to the next number after the decimal point. So what the value will it will give? So it will give the values as 3.2. So basically it is 3.1. It will promote to the next number, round up 3.2. And next, int. What is the functionality of this int and truncate? This int and truncate, these both are used to work with the negative values, guys. These both are used to work with what values? Negative values. Let's say, what is the use of this int is? It is used to remove the decimal values and gives the nearest negative integer. It is used to remove the decimal values and gives the nearest negative integer. So that means, let's say if I pass the input value as minus 10.78. Now what this int will do means, it will remove the decimal values and gives the nearest integer value. What's the nearest integer value? Minus 10. But whereas what this trunc will do means, it is used to remove the decimal values after the decimal point and gives the same negative integer. So you understand these two while writing the syntaxes, guys. So these two are work with the negative values, negative numbers. And next one is rand. Now what's the functionality of this rand? It is used to generate the random numbers. So whenever if you want to generate some random numbers automatically, then go and use the rand function, guys. If you see, while if you want to log into any app nowadays, you need to get the OTP, right? So if you book an Ola, you need to enter the OTP there. So how the Ola is sending the OTP? With the help of this rand function. So whenever if you want to generate some random values, go and use the rand function, guys. And next one is rand between. So what this rand and rand between both are same. Both are used to generate the random numbers. This rand will generate the random numbers. There is no limit, whatever the values it can generate. But the rand between is used to generate the random numbers within the range. Let's say if I set the range as 100 to 1000. So whenever it will generate any random number, it need to generate the random number between 100 to 1000 only. So both are used to generate the random numbers. When I go with the rand, there is no limit. It can generate whatever the random number. But rand between is used to generate the random numbers within the range. And next one is value. Now what's the functionality of this value is? It is used to convert It is used to convert the text that contains the numbers into a number value. So you'll understand this one, guys. What is the functionality of this value? You'll understand while writing the queries. That means while writing the syntaxes. So these are the different types of number functions are available. Now let me go and open the Power Apps and let me go and discuss about what is these different types of number functions, guys. Let me go to the Power Apps. And let me go to the second screen, number functions. So in the number functions, the first one we are going to discuss about what? ABS. Now what the ABS will do? I said that ABS is used to convert the negative values to what? Positive values. So let me go and use the ABS function here, guys. ABS of, let's say I'm passing the value as -10. If I pass the input as negative, what is the output is getting? Positive. To convert the negative values to positive values, go and use the ABS. Next, mode. I said that mode is used to get what? Remainder as an output. Let's say I'm going to use the mode function. Mode first is asking us to pass the number, so number is 10. Next, keep comma, it is asking us to pass the divisor is 3. Now see what's the output I'm getting? 1. Why? Because when I divide the 10 with 3, now how many times it is divisible? 3 3s are 9. Now what's the remainder? 1. So to get the remainder as an output, go and use the mode. Next one is power. So let's say what is the value for 2 to the power 4? Now it is asking us to pass the base value. What's the base value? 2. What's the exponential value? 4. Now what's the value for 2 to the power 4? 16. Next, square root value, guys. Let's say I want to find out the square root. So square root of 64. So what is the square root of 64? 8. Next, rand. So not rand, round, guys. I said that what is the functionality of this round? It is used to round the number of decimals after the decimal point. Let's say I'm going to enter some value here. Let me go and use the round function first. Let me go and use the round function. Round. So it is asking us to pass the number. Let's say I'm passing the number as 1 point, that is 3.231 or 234. So these are the values I'm passing here, guys. This is the value 3.234. Next, keep comma. It is asking us to pass the number of decimals you want to keep. So I want to keep only one decimal. So what's the output is keeping? So after the decimal point, how many decimals is there? 3. But how many decimals it is keeping? Only one decimal. Let's say if I want to keep the 2 decimals, if I keep here 2, now it is going to keep how many decimals? 2 decimals. Like this, if there is any number with more number of decimals, if you don't want to keep all the decimals, if you want to round the number of decimals after the decimal point, then go and use what function? Round function. And next one is what? Round up. So what's the functionality of this round up? So as we know that this roundup function is first is asking us to pass the number to round. Let's say I'm passing the value as round upright 3.24. This is the value I'm passing. Now see, next keep comma. It is asking us to pass the number of decimals. Let's say I want to keep one decimal here, guys. Now see what's the value it is keeping? So the input is what? 3.24. How many decimals I want to keep? Only one decimal. So I said that whatever the decimal value it is there, what the roundup will do, after the decimal point, whatever the value is there, it is going to promote to the next number. So what's the next number? Next highest number after decimal? 3. And next round down. I'm going to keep the same value, guys. Let's say if I will take the same value. Now I'm going with what? Round down. I'm going with what now? Round down. Round down means what? Let's say if I keep here 5 2, if I keep here 5 2, now how many decimals I'm keeping here? Only one decimal. So what's the value it is keeping? Round down to the nearest integer. So even though if I keep here 8, if I keep here 8, now what is this doing? It is keeping the nearest integer. So it is not promoting to the next number after the decimal point. It is promoting to the nearest integer after the decimal point. So this is what the functionality of the round down. And next one, int. I said that int is used to work with what values? Negative values. So let's say I said that integer is used to remove the decimal values and gives the nearest integer. So nearest negative integer, guys. Negative integer. Now see, I'm going to use the int function here. Int. Now I'm passing the number, guys. Let's say minus 10.896. So this is the value I'm passing. Throwing an error. I want to keep here. point, not comma, 10 point 10.896. Now see what is doing, it is it is removing the decimals and promoting to the nearest integer. So what is the nearest integer for this? What is the nearest integer for this? Minus 11. Minus 11 is the nearest biggest value, or minus 10 is the biggest value? Minus 10 is the biggest value. Yes, minus 10 is the biggest one. I said that nearest integer. What it will do, if you go here, uh, what is this trunk? It will remove the decimal values after the decimal point, not this one. It will remove the decimal values and gives the nearest negative integer. So what is the nearest negative integer for this? Minus 11. If I keep here in place of 8.989, if I keep here 2, 3, 1, now what's the nearest integer it is giving? Again it is giving minus 10. Minus 10.12. Just 1 second. Let me pass here. Minus 10.23 is the value I'm passing. So it is removing the decimal value. And as I said, that nearest integer. Yes, it is working correctly, guys. Nearest integer means what? So what, minus 10 is the least value or minus 11 is the least value? Minus 11 is the least value. So it is taking to the minus 11 as an output. So this is the functionality of the integer. And next one is trunk. I said the trunk is used for what? It is used to remove the decimal values after the decimal point and use the same negative integer. Let's say if I go and use the same value here, if I go and select this, go to the trunk, keep it here in place of int, let me go and use the trunk. Now see, minus 10.23, but what is the output is giving? What is the output is giving? Minus 10. I said that it will remove the decimal values and gives the same negative value. But what this int is doing, whatever the decimal values you are passing, it is going to remove the decimals and take it to the lowest nearest integer. So minus 7 is the output we'll get. So this is what the functionality of int and trunk. Int and trunk, basically these are used to work with what? Negative values. And next, rand. So I'm going to use one function here called rand function, guys. Rand. Now see, it is automatically generating some random value. If I go and keep it again, now it will generate another random value. Now see, every time when I go and keep here, it is going to change the value or not? Yes. So whenever if you want to go and generate some random values, then go and use the rand function. Next, rand between. It is also used to generate the random values only, but within the range. So let me go and use the rand between. So it is asking us to pass the bottom value and top value. Let's say bottom value is 100 and top value is 1000. Now see, whenever if I go and keep this, every time it is going to generate one random value within the 100 to 1000 only. Every time it will go and generate one random value within the 100 and 1000, guys. So like this, whenever if you want to go and generate some random values, you can go and use rand, or you can go and use the rand between. And next one is value. Now what's the functionality of this value is, so if there is any numerical value which is in the text format, you want to convert this numerical value which is in the text format to numerical value, then we need to go and use the values function. Now see, here it is a text control. What is the control name? It is label. So whatever the, even though I'm entering the value as 10, but in the back end it doesn't consider as a number, it will consider as a one, not a number, it is a value. So I want, it is a text value, guys. I want to convert this text value to number, so 10. So in the backend, that data type is not a number for this. The data type is what? Text. I want to convert to number. So I want to go and use what? Value function. So copy the name of this. Now go to this. Go and use the values function. Value. It is asking us to pass the text. So I'm going to pass the text. Close it. Now see, here it is text value. I'm going to convert the text value to what? Numerical value. So to convert the text values to numerical values, go and use what? Values function. And next, these are the different types of number functions are available, guys. And next we need to go and work with what? date and time functions. Now we have the different types of date and time functions are available. Just copy and keep it here. This date and time functions are somewhat important, guys. Try to understand. Now what are the different types of date and time functions are available is, these are the different types of date and time functions are available. Just copy them, paste it here. Now under the date and time functions, the first one is what? Today. Today function will give what? Current system date. What is today's date? 15th March. And next one is what? Now. Now function will give what? Current system and also time. So if you want to get the system, current system date and time, go and use the now function. If you want to get only day, if you want to get only the date, then go and use which function? Day function. And next one is date. Now what is the functionality of this date? It is used to create the date. So what is the functionality of this date function is? It is used for what? To create the date in the format of what? Year, month and day. Let's say if you want to create one date, go and use the date function, guys. Date in which format? Year, month and day. Let's say what is the year? 2024. Now what is the month? 03. What is the day today? 15. So when I enter this value, now it is going to take this value as one date, guess. If you want to create one date, go and use the function as what? Date function. In which format you need to enter the data? Year, month and then day. And next one is day function. It is used to get what? Day from a date. Now today's date is what? Today's date is what? 15/03/2024. This is the date. From this date I want to find out what? Day. What is the day? 15. And next month. It is used to get the month from a date. Now what is today's date? 15/03/2024. Now from this I want to find out what? Month. What's the month? Third month. Next, year function. What's the use of this year function? It is used to get the year from a date. Let's say what is today's date? 15/03/2024. Now this is the date. From this date I want to find out what? Year. What is the year? 2024. So whenever if you want to find out the day, month, year from any one of the date, you can go and use them. And next one is weekday. It is used to get the day of the week, guys. Let's say basically the week starts from when? Sunday. Sunday is equals to 1. The week starts from Sunday. Sunday is 1. Monday is what? 2. Tuesday is what? 3. Wednesday is what? 4. Thursday is what? 5. Friday is what? 6. Saturday is what? Sunday. Now in the current week, on which day we are in? 6th day. So whenever if you want to find out the week number, currently in this week on which day you are in, it is used to get the day of the week. In this week, you are in which day? Currently we are in the 6th day. So like this, to find out the day of the week, then go and use which function? Weekday. Next I want to find out what? Weekday name. So I said that in this current week, on which day we are in? 6. 6 is nothing but what? Friday. So I want to get the weekday name. What's that weekday name now? Friday. So if I want to get the output in the text format, go and use the weekday name. If I want to get the output in the numerical format, go and use what? Weekday. Weekday is used to get the output in the numerical format. Weekday name is used to get the output in which format? Text format. Next, week number, guess. Now what is this week number is? It is used to get the week of the year. Let's say in the whole year, currently we are in which week? Maybe around we are in the 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 2, around we are in the 11th week, 10th week or in the 11th week we are in. So in the whole year, currently you are in which week? To find out that, go and use what? Week number. And next one is weekday, not weekday. Day value, guys. Now what is this day value is? It is used to convert the date value stored in the text format to a date data type. Let's say uh, if there is a date stored in the text format, let's say today's date is what, 15th March 2024. It is in the text format. I want to convert into which format? Date format. So date format is what? 15/03/2024. Whenever if there is a date in the text format, if you want to convert into the date format, then go and use what? Date value. And next, date add. What is the use of this date add? It is used to add or subtract the dates from any one of the date. So whenever if you want to go and add or remove the dates, go and use the date add. Let's say today's date is what? Today's date is what? 15/03/2024. Now for this date, I want to add the 2 days. If I add 2 days, what's the output we'll get? 17/03/2024. Not only add, you can remove. If I remove the 2 days, what's the output I'll get? 13/03/2024. So this is what it is. Whenever if you want to go and add or remove the dates, then go and use what? Date add. And next one is date diff. Date diff is used to get what? It is used to find out the difference between the two dates. Let's say when to go and use this date diff is, let's say I'm having the employee date of birth. I want to find out that employee age. Then go and use the date diff. Difference between the two dates. Whenever if you want to find out the difference between the two dates, then go and use what? Date diff. And also, let's say if I'm having the employee joining date, on which date the employee is joined in the company. Now I want to find out the experience of the employee. How many years of experience the employee is having in my company. So here also I need to go and use what? Date diff. Let's say Amazon is there. You are ordering one product in today. So Amazon is going to deliver that product after 3 days. So Amazon wants to understand how many days the Amazon is taking to deliver the product to you. So here also we need to go and use what? Date diff. Date diff is used to find out what? Difference between the two dates. And next one is time. It is used to create the time in the format of hours, minutes, and seconds. Whenever if you want to create a time, then go and use the time function, guys. Next one is hour. It is used to get the hours from the date time value. Let's say if there is a date time, let's say this is the date and time. From this, I want to find out the hours. Now, what is hours? 19 hours. Next, if I want to find out the minutes, what is the minutes now currently? 0 minutes. Next, if you want to find seconds, whenever if you want to find seconds also, you can go and find out seconds. So to find out the hours, minutes, and seconds, you can go and use this. If you want to create a time yourself, go and use the time function. So these are the different types of date and time functions, guys. Let me go and open the Power Apps and let me show you how to go and work with this date and time functions. Let me go to the Power Apps and let me go to the date and time functions. Now try to understand, guys. The first one is what? Today. Today function will give what? Today's date. So let me go to this. Let me go and use the today function. Now see when I go with the today, now it is giving what? Today's date. Now I want to get both date and time. To get the both date and time, go and use what? Now. When I go with the now function, what this now function will do? I said that it will give both date and time. Next, date. Whenever if you want to create a date, then go and use the date function. Let's say I want to create one date, guys. I want to create a date. Go and use the date function. It's asking us to pass what now? I said that date function is used to create the date in which format? Year, month, day. It is asking us to pass the year. Let's say 2024. Now keep comma. Next is asking us to pass the month. Let's say 03. Next is asking us to pass the day. Let's say 15. When I enter this, now see, it is giving the date or not? It's creating the date or not? 15 March 2024. So if you want to create a date value by your own, go and use which function? Date function. And next one is day. It is used to find out what? Day from a date. Let's say I want to find out the day. From which date? Let's say from today's date, guys. From today's date, I want to find out what? Day. What is the day today? 15. Next, I want to find out the month. From this date, from today, I want to find the month. To find out the month, go and use which function? Month function. I want to find out the month from which date? Today's date. So from the today's date, I'm going to find out what? Month. What's the current month we are in? Third month. Next, in the same way, I want to find out the year. So to find out the year, go and use which function? Year function. Year. I want to find out the year from which date? Today. Go and use the today function. Today function will give what? Current system date. From this date I'm finding what? Year. So to find out the day, go and use the day function. To find out the month, go and use the month function. To find out the year, go and use the year function. And next one is what? Weekday. So in the current week, on which day we are in? So pass the weekday. Now it is asking us to pass what? Date. So I'm going to pass the today's date. Now see, it is giving what? Currently in this week, on which day we are in? Friday. Friday means what? 6. And next, weekday name. Now I want to get the weekday name, guys. So weekday is used to get the output in the numerical format. Instead of getting the output in the output as numerical format, I want to get the output as text format. That is Friday. Now how to get it? Go and use the weekday name. So there is no separate function called weekday name, guys. To find out the weekday name also, we need to go and use the weekday only. So but how to go and use it is, we need to go and use one function here called text function. We need to go and use one function here called what? Text function. Text. It is asking us to pass the value. So what's the value I need to go and pass it here is, let me go and pass the today's date. Today. Now close it. Now keep comma. Next it is asking us to pass the format. Now what I want to find out here? Day. So let me pass the 4 Ds here. Now close it. Now see, it is getting the output as what? Friday. Today is what? Friday. In the current week, on which day we are in? Friday. So to get the weekday also, just go and pass the text of today. From this today, I'm finding what? Text. What's the text I want to find out? Weekday. So I'm passing here this. And next, week number. What's the week number? It is used to find out the week number of the year. Currently in the year, on which week we are in. So go and use what function here? Week number. So let me go and use this today's date. So in the current year, currently in which week we are in? As I said that we are in the 11th week. In the whole year, we are in the which week? 11th week. And next, date diff. Date diff is used to find out what? Date diff is used to find out the difference between the two dates. Let's say I'm having one of the employee joining date, guys, or let's say I'm having the employee date of birth. So let me go and use the date diff. Let me go and use the date diff. First, it is asking us to pass what? Start date. Now let me go and enter the employee joining date, guys. So what is the joining date of the employees? Let's say 2000 comma 01 comma 01. Let's say on the 1st March, 1st Jan 2000, the employee is joining the organization. This is the joining date. Now keep comma. Next is asking us to pass the ending date. What's the ending date I'm passing here is today's date. Next, once after passing the ending date, now keep comma. Now it is asking us to pass the units. You want to find out the difference between these two dates in what? Whether you want to find out the difference in the days, whether you want to find out the difference in the days, or you want to find out the difference in hours, milliseconds, or minutes, months, quarters, seconds, or years. Based on what you want to find the difference. I want to find the difference in what? Years now. Select the years. Now close it. Now see how many, what is the age of that employee? This is the date of birth. This is the today's date. Between these two dates, what's the difference? 24 years is the difference. So how many years the employee is having, or the date of birth of that employee is? 24 years. So I'm finding the difference between these two dates now. And next, date add. Now what is this date add? I said that it is used to add or subtract the dates from any one of the date. Let's say I'm going to use the date add. Date add. So first is asking us to pass what? Date. Let's say I'm passing the today's date, guys. Let's say I'm passing the today's date. Next, keep comma. It is asking us to pass what? Number of units. Let's say I want to add the days. How many days I want to add? 2 days. Or let's say I want to add the 3 days. Now keep comma. Once after passing the number of, I want to add 3. Now what you want to add 3? Whether you want to add the 3 days, 3 hours, 3 milliseconds, what do you want to add? I want to add the 3 days. Now see, what is today's date? 15. If I add 3 days, what's the output? 18. So not only add, case, you can remove also. In place of plus 3, if I keep here minus 3, then what's the output is giving? 12. So 12 means today is 15, minus 3 means 12 will get the output. So like this, whenever if you want to go and add or remove, not only days, either you can go and add the days, either you can go and add what? Days, hours, milliseconds, minutes, months, quarters, seconds, and then years. Whatever you want to add, you can go and add. So here I'm adding what? Days. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding the days or I'm removing the days. Minus 3 means what? Remove. If I keep here plus 3, I'm going to add. So when I add, 18 is the value I'm going to get. Next, time. So I said that what is the use of this time? It is used to create the time in the format of hours, minutes, and then seconds. Let's say I want to create the time guess. So go to the function. Let me select that function as what? Time function. So this time function first is asking us to pass what? Hours. Let's say 9. Let me go and keep here 19. Keep comma minutes. Let's say 10 comma seconds. Let's say 20. Now see, it is giving the output in which format? Time format. So here I'm entering some data. So that data is converted into which format? Time format. So what is the time it is giving now? 9, 10. So whenever if you want to create the time by your own, go and use the time function. And next I want to find out the hours case. So if you want to find out the hours, go and use the hours function. Hours. Hour. I want to find out the hours from where? Let me go and use the now function here. So this now function will give what? Both the date and time. So now function will give the both date and time. From this date and time, I'm finding what? Hour. If I want to find out the minutes, go and use the function called minute. Now I want to find out the minutes from which day, from which time, not today. Now function. Now see what is the minutes? 10 minutes. If I want to find the seconds, go and use the seconds function. From where you want to find out the seconds? From the now. What is seconds now? 17 seconds. If I go and change it now, 20 seconds. If I go and change it now, 23 seconds. Seconds will change, right? Next, finally, text. Now, what is the use of this text? So, it is used to convert the date value into a text value, guess. So, what we can do here, let me go here, text off. I'm going to take the text. Now, it is asking us to pass the value. Let's say I'm going to pass the today today function. Today will give what? Current day, current date. Now keep comma. First I want to get them. Let me go and keep here dd d within the double quotes. I want to keep the first days, next months, and then next years. Think let me close this. I think 4 days we need to pass. Days 4 m's. And next 4 years we need to go and pass. And now see, today is what? Today will give the current today's date. What is the today's date? Is the today's date. Today will give the output like this. I'm going to convert the date value into which value? Text value. Today is what? Friday, March, Friday 2024. If I want to convert the date values to a text value, then go and use this text function. So these are the different types of date and time functions are available, guys. So these date and time functions are somewhat important. Please concentrate on this. And next there is one more, that is statistical functions. One more is what? Statistical functions. So just go and keep here. Now what are the different types of statistical functions will have means? These are simple, guys. Statistical functions are nothing but sum function, min function, max, average, counter. So these are the different types of statistical functions are available. So max, already know that max is used to get what? Maximum value. Min is used to find out what? Minimum value. Sum is used to find out what? Sum of values. Average is used to find out what? Average values. Count is used to get what? Count of values. Let me go and show you what this, how to go and use these statistical functions, guys. Max, min, sum, average, and count. Let me go to the Power Apps. Let me go to the statistical functions. Now first one is what? Max. Now see, I want to find out the maximum value under these values. Within the max function, I'm passing some values. Among these values, what's the maximum value? 50. Next I want to find out the minimum value. So minimum, I want to find out the minimum value in these values. What's the minimum value in this? 10. Next I want to find out the sum of values. So what is the sum of these four values? 100. Next I want to find out the average value. So what is the average of these four values? 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 60, 40, 40 plus 60 plus 40, 100. 100 divided with number of values 4. So what's the average value? 25. Next I want to get the count of values. So how many values is there? 4 values is there. So to find out the maximum value, minimum value, sum of values, and count of sum of average and count of values, we'll go and use the statistical functions. So these are the different types of statistical functions are available. And next there is one more, that is navigation functions, guys. So what is this navigation functions, how to go and use them? Regarding this I will share a video, small video, around 15 minutes of video. Just go and watch that video, guys, regarding the navigation functions, just 15 minutes of video. So in the next class we'll go and start discussing about the forms again. We'll go and discuss about the form validations, field validations, form customizations, form design. From next class onwards we'll go and discuss about the forms again. So meanwhile tomorrow there will be no class, so tomorrow go and watch the navigation functions.